Hello Gemini and welcome to the Green Woman Tarot. This is your reading for the next 2 weeks, which is from the 27th of December 21 to the 10th of January 22. And it's a general reading just to see what sort of energies are around you at this time, to see what's on the cards for you. But before we delve into the tarot reading, I need to consult the oracle. And this is a Compendium of Witches oracle that I'll be using today to draw a couple of cards from, just to start your reading off with. So let's see, what words of wisdom does the mysterious oracle have for Gemini for the 27th of December to the 10th of January? What messages are here for Gemini for the next 2 weeks? What does Gemini need to know at this time? So let's just fan the deck out. Let's take one there and one there, and let's see what you get. The Dusk Child and Pruning. Here was the Dusk Child. This speaks of embracing the obscure. Those areas and things that others may find a little abhorrent, a little difficult, things that may be ugly on the surface. And sort of embracing that, connecting with something that you otherwise perhaps wouldn't, and finding that it sort of brings a fulfillment or a way of helping you. So there you have the Dusk Child, being a little bit otherwise. And then you've got Pruning, which is about needing to cut away or reshape things. So that may involve discarding something that you thought would be, you'd hold on to. It's almost like, getting rid of things that you've become attached to and embracing something different. But with Pruning, it's about, decluttering to some extent, but also reshaping the way you see things, or reinventing what it is you need and want. So there's, with Pruning, that's strategy involved and planning in order to help something grow better. So there you go, something different and a bit of declutter really. But let's see where the rest of the reading takes us. So let's see what's on the cards for Gemini for the 27th of December to the 10th of January. What does Gemini need to know at this time? What are the messages here for Gemini at this time? So today I'm using the Robin Woods Tarot to put down an 8-card spread for you, Gemini, with the first 2 cards depicting you, where you are in your current situation. So the next 2 cards highlighting the challenges you may be facing at this time. Oopsie, clumsy hands. With the following 2 cards offering you some guidance from divine energies as you move towards the final 2 cards, which may reveal your potential outcome to this time period. It'll certainly show the energies that you're moving towards. So let's see what you get. Okay, you start with the Tower and the Page of Swords. And your challenge here is the 7 of Pentacles and the 4 of Cups, with the King of Cups, and let me just move them up a little bit, and the 2 of Wands as your guidance. And you move towards the High Priestess and the 3 of Pentacles. Just want to make sure all the cards are in nicely. It's bedtime. What's at the bottom of the deck? Oh, the 2 of Cups connection, a new bond. This is sort of very romantically portrayed, but it certainly seems a new connection, something that can develop into a mature and lasting and deeply fulfilling relationship, whether it's a interpersonal relationship, or something to do with a connection with a work aspect, or a new place, or new something. But there seems to be a new connection on the horizon for you, so that's nice to know. But where you start off with a bit of difficulty, a bit of turmoil, you have the Tower. This is, with the Page of Swords, really speaks of like finding the truth, a moment of epiphany through some disruption. So something that you thought, something that you'd built up around you, thinking it was secure, stable, and very comfortable to be in, is torn apart by some disruptive force, causing you to, question your values, question your integrity, and look for a new truth, really. So with the Tower, it does seem devastating initially, but what it does is very much like your pruning card. It clears away a lot of gumph, a lot of unnecessary attachments. So once the storm has passed, what you're left with is a clean slate to begin building something new, something better, something that resonates more with you, with your truth. That your challenge in this is, you've got the Four of Cups here. It really sort of sits nicely with the whole idea of something disruptive, something, breaking down what was in appearance or in belief, something that was stable and secure. This can lead to a sense of disheartenment, discontentment, but your challenge is in that time not to be focusing on what on these cups, but rather notice that offering. So here you have someone he's a bit complacent, and perhaps complacency led to this disruption. But here's a figure of someone who's perhaps bored, complacent, certainly disgruntled with his lot, and in that frame of mind he is unwilling or unable to see a new offering appearing to him. So your challenge is actually despite a disruption and the emotions that go with that, is to be aware of a new opportunity arising, and to make use of that. This is an opportunity it's a cup, so it's about love, it's about matters of the heart and fulfillment. So there is, even in times of strife and difficulty, there's new potentials for love arising, for enjoyment, for contentment arising. And you need to be patient. The Seven of Pentacles, this is a card that speaks of the need for waiting for something to mature, something to become full. So there's sort of, the farmer here has sort of planted and tended to his crops, and now he contemplates his time, waiting for the moment where he can reap his harvest. So together, as a challenge, it sort of almost seems that you may want to sit with things for a while, and you feel you're considering, what's that word? When you contemplate something that, what's brought you to where you are and where you're going, in that contemplative moment, don't miss out on a potential arising. So your challenge is basically patience and, knowing that even though things may be in turmoil initially, there's still a lot of growth around you. There's still a lot you have left to make use of or to enjoy. So this disruption, this tearing down is simply clearing away excess in order to enhance what can your potential outcome in the long run. This sort of shows, even though you may feel uprooted, you've You've laid down firm, solid foundations in something that you've been slowly building up, and that's actually not lost. Although it may seem to be lost, it's still there. It's not lost. Your guidance sort of speaks of moving on from this moment. You know, there's a big message that is not to focus on whatever disruption you may have endured, but rather to continue looking forward in a positive way. The King of Cups sort of tells me that there's something very solid. You still have that solid, firm foundation, that deep-rootedness despite the turbulence around you. And the King of Cups, you know, in an advisory capacity would tell you to overcome your emotions, to, you know, stand strong in this turbulent time, because you have, the truth of the matter is you have a firm grasp of things and you have a solid foundation. So don't give way to despair, anger, resentment. Rather look at this as some necessary cutting away or pruning in your life, and see the new potentials that it brings. This is the Two of Wands is a card of doorways, of potential here, opportunities, of considering where to go next, expanding out, so taking things further. So this figure holds the world in the palm of his hand. He has the potential to begin growth in a new direction. And there you're moving towards regaining a sense of balance. You have the yin and yang here, but also perhaps discovering some deeper knowledge. The High Priestess is the guardian of, you know, she's like the guardian of what you don't know and what you do know. So there's sort of, it speaks of hidden knowledge that hasn't yet been revealed to you. And as you're moving towards it, it sort of suggests perhaps coming to terms with having to release something, let something go, and through that finding a deeper knowledge, a more intuitive knowledge, and a sense of rootedness and connectedness with your true path, which, you know, you've been sort of almost pushed into seeking. And sort of it leads furthermore into accomplishing a skill in something. The Three of Pentacles is about mastering a project or mastering a skill. So, you know, despite you there's being forced to tear down something, it's enabling you to move in a new direction, should you choose it. And that new direction takes you to more knowledge and more skills. So your dusk child could well be something that emerges from this tearing down, from this pruning. And it may be something that initially isn't appealing to you, but it's something that stirs or connects with the deeper intuitive side of yourself. Something that is more true to your own integrity, and, you know, sort of promises to bring you that contentment. So, you know, although we can look at the Two of Cups as a purely romantic card, it could simply be a connection with a new way of looking at things, with a new path or a new interest that brings you deeper fulfillment, more lasting fulfillment. But it certainly seems that you're being thrown onto a new path towards self-discovery and knowledge, as well as mastering skills. So in a nutshell, there's this disruption, but it throws you towards finding something that fits you better. And the minute you're able to release let that go, release it, prune it, the more capable you'll be of embracing a new path, a new direction that may have felt strange to you in some way. And it brings you towards a deeper knowledge and enhanced skills and a deep-rooted connection that has the potential to be long-lasting. So there you have it, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed your reading and that it resonates with you. And if so, please remember to hit the like, share and subscribe buttons. And then have a good 2 weeks. And God bless you till we meet again.